Hi, in today's video, we're going to talk about how to fix an oboe reed that is too hard or resistant. Now, often when you get your reed at the music store and you get it home, you might notice that the opening, the tip opening, is not ideal. If it is too open, the reed is going to be very, very resistant or feel very hard when you're trying to play it. And we need to get that ideal tip opening in order to make the reed a little easier to play. And I'm going to show you how to do that now with or without tools. So you've soaked your reed well and you go to play. Wow, it's way too hard. So let's take a look at it. And look at the opening here. You could see that it's a bit too open. So if your reed is well soaked and you don't have reed tools, squeeze it down, thumb and forefinger, make sure you're getting the bark right above the string as well. Hold that for about 10 seconds. Recheck the opening. It vibrates much more freely now. If you have access to a reed geek, this is a very beneficial tool for someone who is just learning to use reed tools. These are mostly used by clarinetists and saxophonists, but they're very beneficial for double reeds as well. All four sides here are very sharp. Be careful, but you could use any of the corners to cut. So lightly scrape, hold the reed geek in one position, and pull the reed back with your other hand. You don't want to rotate the wrist with the reed geek. So just lightly do that on every side. That also lightens up the reed very well. If you happen to have a knife, make sure you always use a plaque when you're cutting a knife, cutting the reed with the knife. Go toward the corners. Think of the corners like triangles, and you're going toward those corners. Get all four corners. Lightly scrape the heart or plateau, the area directly behind the tip. And then check the back here. Look at these windows. Make sure there's not too much bulk. Just lightly scrape. Don't take too much out, because you risk making the reed flat. Very light. Always keep your reed soaked and don't ever leave your plaque in the reed. It'll open up the sides. Squeeze it down again. If you have a block and a razor blade, give it a little clip. About a hair's worth. Take as little off as you can when you clip. And let's see if that made the reed lighter and easier to play. It's much easier now. And you can see the opening is better. Always end with a squeeze. That's the best way to make the opening better for the tip. So remember, make sure your reed is well soaked and that you squeeze it down with the thumb and forefinger, including the bark right above the string. And if you must use a knife, be sure to use a plaque. And these tips should help you fix that reed that is too hard or resistant.